Hello all. Today once again we have Kiruthika with us who have secured All India rank 184 in the UPSC CSE 2025. In today's video, Kiruthika is going to share her journey with respect to answer writing, from where she started, how she improved her answer writing, everything we are going to discuss in this video. So watch till the end. This is going to be very effective. Hello Kiruthika.
Hello, sir.
Very happy to meet you once again in our studio. How are you doing?
I'm good, sir. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine, Kritika. My first question. See, in my teaching experience, I have noticed one thing very common among all the UPSC aspirants. I see a hesitation among them when it comes to answer writing, to take the pen, to take the paper, to write an answer. Just to start that answer writing only, we see a lot of hesitation. Whether you had any such hesitation, if yes, how did you overcome that hesitation?
Yes, sir. Initially, I had hesitation for writing answers, and I think it's very normal. Like after few months of preparation, I thought I don't have enough content to start writing answers. I watched several videos and from toppers, and I found it a bit confusing. And I also didn't know how to structure the answers, and also time management. I thought the very first answer I have to write it in 7 minutes and 15 minutes. Then these put a pressure on me, and that made me to hesitate and write an answer.
Okay, so hesitation I'm able to understand. But how did you overcome it? When did you start? When did you decide, okay, now we will start the answer writing?
So I was thinking about writing an answer for a long time, like more than 30-40 days. I didn't start writing, but then at that time, fortunately, I came across a daily answer writing program of yours. I think it was around September 2023, if I'm not wrong. So I thought, okay, you're going to explain an editorial. All my hesitation, I had like content problem. So you said you're going to explain editorial and you will be giving one question from that editorial. So I thought content is sorted. And even for presentation, you said how to write an answer. And you said you'll be evaluating papers and even provide model answers. So I thought, okay, presentation I can learn. And I thought, okay, it's anonymous. Anyway, I'm going to upload it online. No one is going to judge me. So I thought, okay, let me start writing. And I started around September 2023 when you first started the daily answer writing series.
Yes. So you were mentioning about lack of content was one of the important reason for hesitation. Many students, even the repeaters, they come and tell the same thing. That, sir, I'm lacking content. I'm not good in the foundation. So let me strengthen my content. Let me finish the GS. Let me finish the optional. And then I will start my answer writing. So, what do you think about this? Whether content really matters in starting an answer, to write an answer?
Sir, content matters to some extent, but even after 2 to 3 years of preparation, we will not have content for all the questions. So I think at some point we have to start writing the answer, even for one which we don't have content. That's how, because in main answer writing, like for example, we had questions on demographic winter, different questions which we would not have come across during our preparation. To tackle those questions, I think if we are prepared beforehand, that will help us much better during our mains answer writing time.
So it's better to train ourselves for the unknown.
Exactly.
So with the limited content, if we are able to manage an answer, I think that will be the biggest skill one should possess to manage the mains.
In fact, most of us would have did it in college days. But when it comes to UPSC, we have that unknown fear.
Okay.
Like I think we have to remove that fear. And even if you don't know the content, how we managed in semester, college semester and school days, just try it as any other exam. Try to overcome that fear. Even if you don't have content, try to start, put the pen on the paper. I think you will get it.
Right. So now we will go back to that September 2023. That was the year I started my first answer writing initiative in YouTube. From then I'm continuing every year, you know that. So let's go back to that September 2023. How was your first answer experience? So after writing the answer, what was your feeling after submitting? So just explain the feeling of your first answer.
In fact, I remember it very well. The question was about IPR, intellectual property rights. During that time, there was an editorial on evergreening of patents, which you have explained. And that was the first question I was writing. And I was able to write 190 words for a 10-mark question. I, in fact, felt very proud that I'm able to write so many words even after having not much content. Even I felt very happy. But then when I saw the feedback, then I understood like where I have to improve. I had a different perception of how to write an answer, but then the very next day, I understood how much I have to improve. So gradually, like it was around 50 days, the daily answer writing program was for 50 days. And I think the papers are available online. So from day 1 to day 50, I can visibly see the transition in the way I presented, the way I addressed the demand of the question. So initially, the first day I felt happy, but I knew I had a lot to improve.
So every time I get a request from these students regarding this answer writing initiative, so they ask me to evaluate everyone's answer. See, this is a free initiative. I want it to be free so that everyone gets the value out of this program. In that situation, evaluating every paper is going to be challenging. So when you are participating in 2023, I used to pick the top 3 and I used to evaluate. But later we expanded it. We used to select the top 20 papers and we evaluate, we give the feedback. But every time the students, they come and say that, sir, only when you evaluate my answer, I will get to know how I can improve. So not every day your answers were in the top 3. So in that case, how you were able to gain that answer writing skill, how you were able to improve from this entire process?
Sir, in fact, the very first day when I wrote the very first answer, I was overconfident and I was expecting my name in top 3. I thought, okay, you will be mentioning my name. That was a disappointment for me personally. Then I understood, okay, how to improve. You were evaluating the top 3 papers. So I tried to pick the best. What did they do best? What did I miss in my paper? So from the 3 papers which you have mentioned, I tried to pick the value addition points. And then you also said the common mistakes. You also went through the other papers overall and you said what are the common mistakes that aspirants are doing and what should be avoided. I could see some mistakes in my paper directly, so I avoided those mistakes. And third, you had a model answer with exact word limit as well. So I tried to see where I went wrong and how did the model answers and the toppers copy stood out. So I used to do self-evaluations.
So I always give this model answer to the number of words given in the question. The reason is people think that 150 words is something too much. We have to write 2 pages, but in reality 150 words means maximum 1 or 2 paragraphs in Hindu editorial. Only exactly. It is very limited. 250 words or 150 words. The aspirants think it is something too much, very, very difficult to write, but actually it is manageable. And I wanted to give that manageable answer in the model answers which we give, so that people are able to understand the reality, how much they can write and how much they cannot. So you yourself are mentioning that you are writing the answers from day 1 consistently, but not every time your answer was in the top 3. So there were many days where your answers, your performance may not be up to the demand of the UPSC, and whenever you come to meet me for paper evaluation also, not every time I will be giving you expected feedback. So my question here is, how did you take the criticism? Because even in my current affairs program 365 or 365, every week I give mains test. Students come with their answers. So whenever I criticize, they feel immediately demotivated and rejected. How was your experience? Whether you were also feeling demotivated or how did you take it?
So there were days when, as you have mentioned, my name will not be in the top 3. I will be expecting sometime. I thought that is my best answer, and it will not be mentioned in the top 3. Then I thought there is some scope for improvement, not just in daily answer writing, even for the other answer writing, mains answer writing. Right before my mains, I used to bring my paper, my full length test, and used to give me some feedback. And some will be where there will be a lot of scope for improvement. Some will be criticism as well. But I thought at least I have learned it before or not after my mains. I didn't spend another mains. So I think, sir, if someone is giving us criticism right before mains at the right time, it's better than spending 1 more year wasting our time.
I notice a lot of students, when it comes to introduction and conclusion, they take a lot of effort. So while attending my current affairs classes or while reading editorials or from the slides which I provide, they make points out of it. Sometimes they even copy the exact sentence and they save it. When I ask them why, they say that, sir, I will use it for conclusion. I will use for introduction. So whether you had such practice of maintaining some stock points for intros and conclusions?
So initially I used to pick everything like verbatim, sentences, even paragraphs, and I used to paste it in OneNote, but I didn't use it at all. Then after some point I understood you need not have so many points, so many phrases. Just have few keywords, few points for every word in the syllabus. For example, there will be repeated themes in PYQ, SHG, women, civil services. I used to have specific introduction, conclusion. I will try to match to the demand of the question. I will have a few key points. For example, for civil service, how Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel mentioned it as backbone, or some books like Why Nations Fail in Introduction. For conclusion, I used to mention Kautilya's Arthashastra. For some, we can keep it prepared, but we can't artificially insert it in every question. So for repeated things, we can have few introduction and conclusion points.
Fine. When it comes to mains answer writing, a lot of people say about presentation. The answers should be perfect, should be presented very well. So I want to know from you, what is this presentation all about? Because a lot of people, they come and ask me, sir, shall I use color pens? Shall I use blue, black, red, etc.? So what is presentation actually? Some people, they even go for handwriting classes. They have joined. So they are going for handwriting classes because it should be so presentable. So what is your opinion about this presentation?
Sir, we have around
And what is presentation?
we have only around 7 minutes for 10 marks. Sir. So presentation, in my opinion, the way you put your answers in the paper for the demand of the question. You need not have a very fancy handwriting. But the handwriting should be legible. So, for example, for 10 mark, you will have two subparts. Introduction, conclusion is constant. So, in the 2 page, how you are going to organize the introduction, conclusion, how many lines or words you are going to spend for the introduction, and how are you going to divide the two subparts, because you are going 5 marks will be allotted for each subpart. So, you can't focus too much on one subpart and miss the next one. So, how you are going to organize it in the paper? How you are going to make the job easy for the evaluator? If you want, you can add diagram, but the diagram should also be legible. And quoting example, underlining. I'm not sure if someone can use color pen in GS paper, because we don't have time to finish it even with a single color you use. So the way you present, the way you put your answers addressing the demand of the question is what presentation according to me.
I'm asking this because a lot of students in my weekly mains test, they go through various toppers papers and they adopt good practices, that is fine, but they try to use it in every single question being asked. Every time, for example, they put a triangle, for example, and they come up with a lot of example. They overload too much of diagrams. For every answer, they come up with an India map. Even the India map is not very clear. It looks like an amoeba. So I do not know what is exactly presentation all about, because in my opinion, making the evaluator's task easier in evaluating the paper, because thousands of papers every single day, the evaluator gets tired. So the evaluator should find it easy to read and give marks. So if something helps in that process, I think that is what is presentation all about. Without understanding the demand of the question, just coming up with diagrams and flowcharts is not going to help. Similarly, the facts. So facts and examples will be helpful, but that should not be overloaded, right?
True, sir.
Now directly addressed to the beginners. Not just beginners, even repeaters who are hesitating to write the answer. So now after watching your video, they wanted to start writing. Tell one piece of advice addressing the people who wanted to write the answers.
So to overcome the hesitation, just take a pen and paper, put that pen on the paper, let it be daily answer writing which the sir is starting. So start writing, don't underestimate yourself. Don't give extra credit to all the people preparing around you. Everyone is equal. If you're going to give that extra practice, handle the criticism well, you can also do it.
Originally, today was the first day of this year's answer writing initiative. So I wanted to start it today by seeing at your surprise visit. So I wanted to ask these questions. So even before start writing the answers, they should have some confidence and they should overcome all these hesitations, all the confusions. So I thought first we will make this video, let us publish this. From tomorrow we can start the answer writing initiative. And this time we have brought in a lot of changes. We were discussing it before the video. So tell me, what is your opinion about the 2026 answer writing series?
So the daily answer writing was always special to me. Let it be the editorial version which you did earlier. Now I came across the new daily answer writing series where you will be doing PYQs. And it's not just for 50 days, 100 days. So double the benefit, I think. And in fact, it's a free initiative. So I think it covers everything. Like PYQ is covered. You're going to write consistently for 100 days. If you're really doing well, you will get your papers evaluated as well. And you can also self-evaluate. He's going to give the model answers as well. I think nothing like this. So I think everyone should start writing this initiative. Start writing every day. Don't miss it. Try to do it for next 100 days.
Thank you so much, Kiruthika, for coming to Simply Current Affairs once again. It means a lot. So every time when you come, that gives a lot of energy and motivation for myself and my team to do more, not just regarding answer writing, but as a whole. All the very best for your upcoming training program, and all the best for your career as an IAS officer. We'll see you again soon, and I'll meet you in the upcoming answer writing initiative. So I want everyone to participate. All the very best. See you there. Till then, bye. Take care from Guna Mathivanan.